Charles Kim, Director of Mirae Asset Securities USA, joins us. Charles, good to have you back in this part of the world. So does it feel like 2008 again?
Good morning. I don't know if it's exactly like 2008, but it sure feels like it right now. Volatility is increasing dramatically, and I think that will continue in Korea rest of the week, this week. This is a very important week for Korea. We have both options and futures expiry on Thursday. In addition to that, we have Bank of Korea rate decision on Thursday as well. And all of Korea is looking to President Obama's speech on Thursday in the U.S. as well for a better direction. So my feeling is people are pulling back a little bit. Volatility is increasing, volumes decreasing. I think this is going to be a very tough week for the equities market in Korea.
I bet the cost be down about 12% for the year, Charles. And, we have U.S.-based institutional investors that we've been talking to say they're looking at corporate fundamentals right now and value. Where is the value in South Korea? Are there bargains to be found?
Yes. I mean, Korea right now is probably one of the cheapest market in Asia. Korea overall is trading at a little under 9 times this year's earnings. So, in terms of corporate profitability, is very, very strong. Companies like Samsung Electronics, Hyundai Motors are doing very well in the export market. But the key question is for the investor is, how much is that already priced into the market? Now, can Samsung and Hyundai continue to grow if we see weakness in the U.S. and EU? I think that's the biggest question for a lot of the investors right now. But so far,
Charles,
so good in Korea this year.
What are you telling people about growth? You have to talk to people, I assume your clients ask you about growth in the U.S. and Europe. What is Mirae saying? Are you pricing in a double dip?
No, we're not. This is how we're telling clients to look at the market in a longer-term view. Don't look at the market from a day-to-day, even week-to-week or month-to-month basis. I think longer-term, Korea is a very cheap market. Fundamentally, is very sound. We're seeing strong earnings growth not only this year but going into next year. So the way we would approach Korea right now is take it more of a longer-term view. If you see cheap stocks, I would incrementally, slowly start buying it. I wouldn't buy it all at once, but start getting a certain position into some of these strong companies like Samsung and Hyundai Motors I just mentioned.
Yeah, you say Samsung and you recommend Samsung, Charles, but they have this ongoing dispute with Apple. In fact, they can't even launch their new Galaxy tablet at the largest consumer electronics trade show in the world in Berlin. I mean, isn't that an ongoing problem for Samsung?
I think it is an ongoing problem. Obviously, Apple is playing really a hardball with Samsung. But remember, Samsung is a very large company. They do have a lot of patent technology and patents that they could use to counter Apple. So Samsung has a lot of cash right now where they can use it to defend themselves. So my view is this current conflict will probably extend further, probably going into October when the U.S. courts make their own decision. But right now, obviously, Samsung has taken a bit of a hit, but I think this is a good opportunity for Samsung right now as an equity investor.
Well, Charles, we've seen some incredible volatility in the markets, and that being really played out in Korea because one day it's up 2% and 3%, and one day it's down 4.5%. At the end of this year, when you say to investors, will we actually see stocks higher, what's your answer?
It's tough to tell right now. My view is because Korea is fundamentally so cheap, I think there will be more buyers coming in as things start to settle down globally. I think that's the key issue. Where is U.S. going? Where is Europe going with the debt crisis? But having said that, you have to look at fund flow. What are the foreigners doing? For example, last week, foreigners net bought over $1.2 billion in Korea, just 1 week alone. This week, we're starting to see selling. So foreigners, we're starting to see a lot of fast money in Korea right now. And I think that's causing a lot of the volatility in the market.
Okay. Charles, it's always a pleasure to see you. Thanks for your time. Charles Kim, Mirae Asset USA, joining us from Seoul, Korea this morning.